The betrayal was silent. Her revenge was louder. Emily was 23, full of life and laughter. Her presence lit up every room she entered, and people were naturally drawn to her warmth, her easy smile, and her infectious energy. She was the kind of person who remembered birthdays, who offered her umbrella to strangers, who gave compliments without hesitation. She lived with her boyfriend, Nathan, in a cozy apartment nestled on the third floor of a quiet building in the city. It was small, but filled with love, or so she thought. They had been together for a little over 2 years. Their lives had become deeply intertwined, shared toothbrush holders, a combined Spotify playlist, Sunday pancake rituals, and a collection of inside jokes that could make them laugh for minutes on end. They enjoyed cooking meals together, often experimenting with new recipes and laughing at their mistakes. Their tiny kitchen saw flour-covered counters, burnt toast, and celebratory wine after successful dishes. They danced in their living room to old records, sometimes barefoot, sometimes dressed up for no reason at all. They had long, thoughtful conversations late into the night about their dreams, fears, and plans for the future. From starting a dog-walking business to taking a road trip across the country, their conversations spun endless possibilities. But no relationship is perfect. And for Emily and Nathan, one topic always stirred tension: her hair. Emily's hair was her crown, long, golden blonde, and soft like silk. It cascaded down to her lower back in smooth waves. It shimmered in the sun and had a natural fragrance from the oils she carefully chose. She cared for it with devotion, following a precise hair care routine that included weekly masks, delicate brushing, and sleeping on satin pillowcases. She rarely ever wore it up, preferring the way it framed her face. It was more than a style, it was a piece of her identity. Nathan, on the other hand, had always preferred short hairstyles. From early on in their relationship, he made suggestions.
"A bob would suit you."
He'd murmur as he twirled a lock of her hair between his fingers.
Or, "Imagine how edgy you'd look with a pixie cut."
At first, Emily laughed these comments off. She knew he meant well and chalked it up to differing tastes. But over time, the comments became more frequent. When they watched movies, he'd point out actresses with cropped hair and make a remark. When they passed a salon, he'd comment on styles in the window. When friends changed their hairstyles, he made extra effort to compliment them. It never felt overtly cruel, but it wore on her, a quiet pressure that made her question whether keeping her hair long made her appear stubborn or vain. Eventually, the pressure began to wear her down. Nathan wasn't overtly pushy, but his constant nudges made her feel like she was disappointing him somehow. She found herself staring longer in the mirror, wondering what he saw that she couldn't. Was she clinging too hard to a version of herself she needed to grow out of? One night, after a casual dinner and yet another conversation about her hair, she gave in.
"Maybe it's time for a change,"
she whispered, more to herself than to him. Nathan looked up, surprised, then grinned.
"Really? You mean it?"
"I'll make an appointment tomorrow,"
she said softly, heart heavy. He was thrilled. She forced a smile. The week that followed was surreal. Emily walked through her days in haze, brushing her hair slowly in the mornings, taking extra time to feel its softness. She braided it before bed, fingers lingering on every strand. She tried to imagine herself with short hair, with a bob, with a pixie cut, but it never looked right in her mind. Still, she told herself this was for the best, that relationships were about compromise. She even found herself watching YouTube videos of dramatic makeovers, trying to convince herself that she could pull it off. But her reflection always pulled her back. Her long hair made her feel feminine, safe, powerful. The idea of giving it up left her feeling like she was about to lose a part of herself. The night before the appointment, Nathan went to take a shower. Emily stayed curled on the couch, scrolling aimlessly through her phone. Then his phone buzzed on the coffee table. Without thinking, her eyes flicked to the screen. A message preview popped up.
Last night was amazing. Can't wait to see you again.
Her heart sank. Cold dread flooded her chest. She picked up the phone, hesitating, but curiosity and fear pushed her forward. One tap unlocked a series of messages. Multiple women, flirtations, photos, plans. Her vision blurred, her breath quickened. She felt hollow, betrayed, furious. She read name after name, message after message, each one confirming the truth. He had been living another life behind her back. And then something shifted inside her. She didn't cry then. Instead, a sharp clarity overtook her. She placed the phone back down and went to bed, not saying a word. She stared at the ceiling for hours, heart pounding, mind racing. But somewhere in the stillness, a decision formed. The next morning, Emily walked into the salon with steel in her spine. The stylist, a woman with a friendly smile and lavender-streaked hair, greeted her warmly.
Emily, ready for the big chop?
Actually,
Emily said calmly.
I've had a change of heart. I want to shave it all off. Completely. Bald. And I want it dyed black.
The stylist blinked.
All of it? Are you absolutely sure?
Emily nodded.
More sure than I've ever been.
She was led to a chair, and a smooth black cape was fastened tightly around her neck. Her blonde waves spilled over the fabric like sunlight, gleaming under the salon lights. The stylist hesitated.
Your hair is stunning,
She said gently.
You don't have to do this.
I want to.
Emily said.
Please, just do it.
The stylist gathered her hair into a high ponytail.
One last chance.
She offered. Emily met her own eyes in the mirror.
Let's begin.
With a long, deliberate snip, the scissors sliced through the thick bundle. Emily felt an instant weight lift from her shoulders. The stylist handed her the severed ponytail. It looked like it belonged to someone else. She held it in her hands for a moment, then placed it gently in her lap. Then came the clippers. The buzzing filled the room as the stylist brought the clippers to her forehead and slowly ran them back across her scalp. Hair tumbled down the cape in golden heaps. With each pass, more of her head was revealed, pale, vulnerable, but undeniably hers. The stylist moved carefully, methodically. As locks fell and the shape of Emily's head took form, the sensation was foreign, but freeing. Tears welled up, then spilled silently down her cheeks, not from sadness, but from something deeper. Each stroke of the clippers peeled away more than hair. It peeled away doubt, pain, expectations, betrayal. She felt as though she was being reborn right there in the chair. When the clippers had done their work, the stylist switched to a foil shaver. She gently smoothed Emily's scalp, making it soft and clean. Emily closed her eyes and exhaled as the final vibrations buzzed across her skin. She reached up and touched her head. It was cool, smooth, alien, and powerful. Next came the dye. The stylist mixed a deep black and applied it slowly, massaging it into the scalp. The sensation was tingly, almost refreshing. Emily sat quietly, watching the dark color set in. Her reflection transformed. Her scalp shone under the lights, bold and unapologetic. She felt electric. When it was finally rinsed and dried, Emily looked at herself in the mirror. A completely bald, black-scalped woman stared back at her. Strong, unapologetic, free. She no longer saw the woman who compromised herself. She saw a survivor. She smiled. Back home, Nathan looked up from the couch as she entered. His jaw dropped.
What did you do to your hair?
He demanded. Emily calmly removed her coat.
You cheated on me. I saw the messages.
His face paled.
Wait, what? Emily, let me explain.
No.
Emily said.
I was about to change myself for you. I almost cut my hair to make you happy. But I realized I didn't need to prove anything to someone who didn't value me. So I shaved it all off. I changed for me. And I'm done.
They talked, or rather, he tried to talk. He begged, stumbled over excuses, apologized. He claimed the text didn't mean anything, that he loved her, that he was confused. But Emily stood firm. She listened, but her heart had already moved on. By the end of the evening, Nathan packed a bag and left. Emily stood by the window, one hand gracing the smooth curve of her head. The night air was cool, and she felt every whisper of breeze on her scalp. It tingled with sensation, like new skin exposed to the world. Alone now, but not lonely, she felt strong. She felt beautiful. She felt free. And in that quiet moment, Emily smiled.